Well, who doesn't love a story that begins with Once Upon a Time? We're talking about fairy tales and fantasies, which is the theme of Skylight Music Theater's 2014-2015 season. And joining us now with more on the slate of shows is the artistic director, Viswa Subbaraman. And Viswa, good to see you again.
Thank you for having me on.
This looks like a great lineup. Why do you feel it's necessary to go with a theme that you try to sort of tie everything together?
Well, I think what's interesting about theater is we discuss what is important to the human condition. You know, this season we talked about revolution and freedom. You know, post-Arab Spring, it seemed like a very interesting topic. And every culture around the world creates fairy tales, and we find some reason to have these imaginative stories. So it seemed really exciting to focus on that for one entire season.
And we're looking at some of the titles that you will have. A couple of these are obviously very familiar stories, but we'll probably have a twist. You have Cinderella and you have Wizard of Oz this year?
Absolutely. Cinderella is the Rossini opera, and we've got a New York fashion designer, Cesar Galindo, coming in to design all the costumes for that, so we're excited. It'll be a different take on Cinderella, and of course Wizard of Oz will be done on the Skylight stage, so it'll be a really intimate production.
Right,
much
that's
like
a really
we did.
Big show normally.
Exactly, and so to bring it down to size. But you know, the beautiful thing about our theater is you can see every facial expression. You can really be on stage with the performers.
You have as a world premiere the Snow Dragon. Tell us about this a little bit.
I'm really excited about this. I did the world premiere of this composer's previous opera, The Silent Prince in Houston, and he's a Thai composer, and he's writing it based on one of his own books. He's also a famous science fiction author, Samtao Sucharitko. And it's a really interesting story about a boy who creates this fantasy land, and everyone thinks he's making up stories when in fact he really is going to the fantasy land with the Snow Dragon. And later it's going to be performed for the King of Thailand, so we're excited to be the first performers of the work.
One of the things that you're doing over at Skylight that I think is so interesting in our community is you're trying to sort of build this following and a community within yourself. You hold these things where you teach about opera, or you have social events. One of them is going to be your launch party coming up soon. It's a really
25th.
Unique thing that you're doing and kind of trying to build this community within yourself.
Well, I think any arts organization is really in service to the community. I mean, we are nonprofits for a reason, because we're here to give something back to the community. And so for us to be able to build a community within the company is really great. So yeah, the launch party is a great example of that on April 25th. We're excited to have that at the Hot Water Warehouse, and you know, I think it's just one of many things that we do to try and really integrate people into the Skylight family.
You know, I was at that last year and it was just amazing. The music was great, DJ was great, and then you had some performances. Same kind of thing this year?
Same kind of thing this year, and we'll be pitching our season launch video. You saw parts of that, and you can go on our website and see it as well. So you'll get a really good insight into what we have coming up.
Well, thanks so much. Always good to see you, and congratulations on a great season this year, and look forward to great things.
Thanks for having me on.
All right, still coming up here on Live at Noon. And for more information on this and anything else, go to our website, tmj4.com. We have the link that Viswa was talking